my particular company, I don't tend to see a more diverse workforce.
Oh, interesting.
The interesting thing that we are seeing, which I guess has, is creating a trend towards diversity, is this whole trend of outsourcing or offshoring. And so our particular company uses a lot of engineering talent from India, and we're offshoring work to India. And I would expect at some point that's going to create some dynamics around diversity, but so far I haven't seen it.
The lead challenge that I see is that we need to find ways to recruit in talented, different skill set to a media business that isn't as sizzling on the outside as some other media businesses. So, for example, when we do college recruiting, college students want to hear all about our internet site. They want to hear all about our digital strategy. And our digital strategy is huge. It's all about the future. But we also have a company that generates tremendous value in its core products. So being able to appeal to a new generation of business leaders as it relates to how to transform our products and services is something that we're looking at in our staffing and recruiting. One of the elements that I've noticed in a changing workforce in terms of trends is that we have a much more difficult time with managers relocating. And there was a time in this business and in many businesses where it was an automatic given that in order to progress with the organization, you would move yourself, you would move your family, really anytime the organization asked you to. And what I've seen is that we have to do a much better job of figuring out opportunities within our geographies for growth and for retention, and to either manage the expectations or state more clearly what some of the requirements are, because that requirement isn't going to go away. Businesses are going to need to tap their best leaders and put them in their problem spots. They're always turnaround specialists, and frankly, that's one of the fastest ways to promotion and to achievement in an organization. But I think work-family balance, quality of life balance, is one phenomenon that we've seen in the last 10 years, more so than ever, that we want to make sure that we have appropriate measures in place to understand and to be able to manage to. So we have people in our business who are just used to sacrificing everything for business and have sacrificed their families and have sacrificed their own quality of life. But what's interesting to me is that in some cases it's very hard for them not to expect that of others, because they made that sacrifice. They did those things. They feel like, I arrived. You shouldn't be able to arrive unless you move your family 8 times too, like I had to. Exactly. And you know what? People aren't going to do that as much these days, and business has to grapple with that.